been programmed to believe that there's only one path. And so when you step off course, it feels very uncertain, when reality is that it was never certain. We were just playing an old tape that was created by someone else's playlist. So shut it off and start listening to your own playlist and crank that baby right up. Drowns out the distractions every time. You've been programmed. Welcome back. We are out enjoying the most beautiful morning. It is June the 9th, 2025. I believe that there's another full moon coming, or it is today, I'm not sure. And the birds are chirping, the leaves are rustling, the sun is beaming, and it is absolutely beautiful out here today. The message that I was picking up this morning as I began to move about is this feeling of closure. And I know over the past however many years it's been for you, and it's been many for me, but in the last several months especially, there's been a heightened state of really digging into things that have affected my movement forward. I wonder how many people are feeling this conflicted sense of agitation. Like right now, do you see this? There's like a bee. Oh, it's actually a horsefly. That's even better. Those hurt way more than a bee, I think, when they bite. Anyway, yeah. So things like this, being agitated by little annoyances. It's like when you're trying to get something done and you're so close to just getting it done, and someone cannot leave you alone, or an email comes in that you have to give attention to right then and there because it needs your attention. And it's amazing how easily distracted we can become. Like this horsefly, for example, which will not leave me alone. So I'm just waiting to get bitten because I refuse to stop recording. And I think that that's so much of this spiritual journey or reconnection with self, your soulful self. That's what it's about. It's about not allowing yourself to be distracted and pulled back into this routine and old way of being, and the stories that we've been told and programmed into believing that our world is only that big. And there's little things that come in that try to like kick your legs out from under you and get you off track. And I just want to say to all the people who are holding their course and not even knowing where they're really going, like me, I just know where I don't want to be and who I do not want to be with, and the energy that I refuse to engage in. And if you are also in that position where you don't know where you're going, but you know what you don't want, so you don't know the exact path, it's very disconcerting because we've been programmed to believe that there's only one path. And so when you step off course, it feels very uncertain, when reality is that it was never certain. We were just playing an old tape that was created by someone else's playlist. So shut it off and start listening to your own playlist and crank that baby right up. Drowns out the distractions every time. So part of the distractions, I had made a video about spiritual attacks and how our animals are running interference for us, even without us knowing it, along with so many energies and spirits and different forms of support we don't even realize the universe is surrounding us with. And it's hard to actually be in a spiritual journey where you become so heightened to the beauty, the wonder, and the illusions of an old way of life that you're not sure where you fit. And so that's why these distractions are able to take us off course, is because it's very uncertain. Our path, we every single decision and projection that we make is our path. Like one foot in front of the other, if you picture that, or one decision in front of the other, or, you know, just making one move and your perspective changes and now you can see a bit more. And so it's so fascinating to me that we continue to allow all of this noise of what some call the news, and I have coined, you know, and just loosely, obviously, a backronym, news not energetically worth seeing, because people are again staying in that surface level of not asking bigger questions of why. Who does this benefit? This narrative that's being sold, the propaganda, the storyline, all of it. And they just go along with it and get agitated, and so they get completely off course from where they actually would like to go, what benefits them, what they are looking for, and get sucked into this whole other narrative. Instead of, again, being very mindful about the decisions that you make, and that you don't just follow, and that you don't just drink something that's handed to you without asking questions of, what's in this? What will it do to me if I drink this? What is the long-term effects of this if I continue to drink this? It's okay to ask questions. It's actually necessary. We've just been trained to be quiet and stay in our lane, and to believe that there's someone else who knows better in charge. And while you may think that that's true because you believe in a god or entities or divinity or the universe, things like that, you're still a co-creator in it. And that every move that you make coming from this internal place, if you're coming from a soul-centered way of living, your movements will be much more fluid. There won't be as much discomfort because you're trusting your intuition. You're working with divinity instead of ignoring the signs and the synchronicities and the symbols and the things that are coming up. And so it's very, very easy then to just drink what's offered to you, digest what is fed to you without asking any questions, because you think that's easier. But I can tell you it's a longer road to come back from when you actually start getting really sick and you are suffering because now what you've been digesting and drinking and consuming and feeding off of is making you so ill. That you have to make different choices and decisions. And you have to take a good hard look at, how did I get here? When did I lose my power or believe that I had none? And who does that serve for me not to have power or believe I have power? Who does it serve for me to believe that I am not a co-creator with the universe? No one has an answer to those questions unless it serves them. Because if you allow someone else to answer these questions without you doing that for yourself, once again, you're consuming, you're digesting. You have to contemplate from your own perspective. Engage what has value and what does not. So as you move about your day today, start or continue, if you're already doing it, asking yourself, when you hear something, when you read something, or if something's coming in and it's distracting you, weigh out its importance and assess whether or not it needs your immediate attention. And keep moving towards a more peaceful, balanced way of being within yourself that cannot be pulled away from the path that was meant only for you. As much as that horsefly really wanted to bite me and distract me, he didn't. And that's usually the case. We worry worst case scenario and we react and we engage in something that actually is not as pertinent or as immediate as it feels or wants us to believe it is. Don't give it the attention. Keep your focus and your intentions aligned with what works for you. Until next time, everyone. Stay safe and stay connected. And we'll see you real soon. Acknowledging the signs, symbols, and synchronicities of everything that occurs in our life. I knew that the horsefly must represent something, so when I got home, I looked it up. This is what I found. Key lessons from horsefly's spiritual symbolism. Tenacity. Cultivate unwavering persistence to fulfill your purpose. Discernment. Heighten awareness to notice divine guidance. Transformation. Allow life's disruptions to catalyze growth. Release. Expel energetic, emotional baggage blocking flow. Adaptability. Align your rhythms to flow with life's changes.